Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? I guess so. Okay, thank you. Callie hears me. And I guess you're hearing the tune too. So can you see the comments on the screen? So I'm not sure how many we've got here. As I said, I'm using Streamlabs. Welcome everyone. It's TSP TV. It's Tuesday. We're live. I'm out of the shadow banned jailhouse solitary confinement. Let me just try something out myself. Hold on. You know how it goes. So okay, I can see the comments on the screen, but you can't see the comments on the screen. That's interesting. Okay, that works for me a lot better than it works for you. I don't need to use two phones so much now. So it says we've got 4 people. Shows how much you all miss me. Thank you very much. Nancy, I knew you would be here even before I scheduled the live feed. I'm pretty sure you were in the live chat waiting. Callie Ninja, welcome Kelly Kiba. I foresaw her earlier. Sings a lot, was so excited, but she can't hide it. And that's looking about it. And Heidi, Callie Ninja, Kelly, and of course Nancy. So I guess the rest of you all didn't bother missing me so much. Sorry, I'm out of battery and buffering. So is it buffering badly or not? I don't know. I'm trying to, as I said, hello Shawnee, thank you, you're here. Only 5 of you, so yeah, I can't tell you how depressing that is. As I said, I thought you guys cared and loved about me. But anyway, 3 thumbs up so far, 5 people watching. As I said, guys, it's been a week, no TSP TV. Did the 5 of you that bothered showing up tonight miss me at all? Or it does feel weird getting used to this, because normally, some of you know, I do kind of use the backup phone and cast it to my screen, but all of a sudden I've got your messages on the screen here for me. Can I make it bigger? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Never mind. You Can't Leave sings a lot. We've got to finish this song. I totally missed you and the live chats. Well, thank you, Heidi. At least you missed me, if nobody else did. I'm almost going to sure I was not myself. Are you ever yourself, Nancy? I sometimes wonder. I do sometimes wonder. So yeah, we were in shadow banned jailhouse for a week. YouTube took offense to a video I put up about the event. I can't say I'm great disabled and prepping, Heidi my darling. I'm not really in the mood to be doing this today. I'm a little bit in a feisty, I kind of need to hurt somebody type mood, but maybe we will get over it. But anyway, I know Nancy, my darling, and we're endear a little bit. So as I was saying, Sean has been working. It was a long week. All your weeks are long, aren't they, Shawnee, by all accounts? But anyway, yeah, what was I saying? So we had a video that I put up, not this Sunday gone, the Sunday before, and there was an event that went on in Nova Scotia that I daresn't say, and we actually talked about it in the last live show we did, which was the Sunday, April the 19th. That's when it all went down in Scotia. Very, very, very strange event, and I put a video up after we did the live show, and even during that live show we did talk a little bit about oh my god, it's been a horrible day. I just don't want to tell you. But anyway, the video, it was about the event in Nova Scotia. So we got 7 people. Someone else has shown up now. Making ventilators. Good job, Shawnee. How many do you produce a day at your factory? Out of curiosity. But anyway, California. What are you? Oh, you're talking to Cali Ninja. I saw you. So good. Yeah. Oh dear God. Calm down, Nancy. Calm down. Go. Step outside. Get some fresh air. But anyway, I'm guessing we've got a little bit of a delay. Perhaps I'm trying to watch on the screen what's going on with my hand, and it seems a little bit slower than normal because I am using a lab. But that video was very, very interesting because at the time when I was searching, it was the only video on YouTube at the time suggesting that this was a staged event, and there still wasn't even that much sort of circulating from the mainstream about the event. But what I did manage to find on the mainstream from news reports, I kind of put together in a little video and pointed out, you know, guys, this doesn't look at all like they're saying. It doesn't look, it's a little bit fishy. But anyway, that video went on to get nearly 500 views in 3 hours, and also on top of that I was getting more comments on that video, actual feedback in sort of almost live real-time interaction than I've had before. Welcome Judy Bell. I always feel a little bit more safer and secure when a Judy Bell or a Becky Pampling comes in. They're like the kind of mother-like figure that watches over, makes sure there's no untoward behavior in the Thrift Fam Clubhouse. But anyway, welcome Judy, glad to see you. That video was getting a lot of traction, a lot of views, and an awful lot of interaction, like something I've never ever actually kind of witnessed or experienced in my time as a YouTuber on this channel. All the sort of real-time feedback, people were telling me, I live in Nova Scotia, this is definitely weird, I live in Nova Scotia, there were helicopters a couple of days ago. And it was kind of exhilarating in the sense that almost, you know, you were reporting on something, that other people also kind of saw and speculated on, and you kind of were answering some of their questions, or maybe confirming their thoughts that they weren't alone in thinking this. Woke up in the morning, hate speech, you can't be posting a video, YouTube's taking it down, yada yada, whoop-de-woo, ray-tay-tay. Yeah, well, I'm kind of a little bit annoyed at myself because I do got Shit Video Productions. I do got Illuma Thrifty, although I have changed the channel of both, the name of both of those channels. I don't know why, but they do have different names now. I think Shit Video Productions is TSP2, and Illuma Thrifty, because it was a mouthful, no one even knew how to spell it. No one's ever going to find it, as much as it sounded quirky at the time. Felt cute, might delete later. But anyway, I changed that to TSP TV, spelt TEEPTEESPEETEETEE. Not that you care. Nobody even watches the videos on there anyway. But what am I talking about? I should have uploaded the video onto one of those channels because it was about an event, you know, bang, 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 like this. And the last community strike that I picked up for a community strike was for a video also in live real time about another bang bang shooting event that was in New Jersey. Some of you may or may not recall that. That was the third strike in a 90-day period that meant I sort of had to sit on a very thin ice for 6 months on this channel, and did reduce a little bit of the content. But they took my video down. Monday, obviously, we had plans to do our 420 celebration. Didn't happen, and we didn't go live every day as we had been up until that point. It may be a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Sometimes, you know, familiarity can breed contempt. Too much of a good thing, you know. Ice cream's great until it makes you sick, and we didn't want to sort of be going down that road. And you know, sometimes it is a little bit difficult at times to always come up with something to talk about in these evenings and towards leading up to that community strike. Some of the live shows were only getting like 4, 5, 6 people showing up. A little bit like now, as I said, not been on able to upload or do anything for a week. And there's my good buddy, my fellow Canadian ration reviewer, Smitty. Welcome to you, my friend. How are you holding up? been a while since we've seen you. Know you were busy holding the fort down wherever you are. But anyway, a little bit again like today. So we haven't been able to put any videos up or upload or go live as we done. And tonight, I give some notice that there was a live show tonight, and only 7 people bothered turning up. So we won't be going live every night anymore. And I'm actually thinking a little bit in the lines that maybe we might put the live shows on hold for a little while. I don't know why. As I said, I'm in a bit of a funky mood the last few days. But the strangest thing also happened last week. As I was just mentioning, we didn't put any videos up, didn't go live at all. I gained 20 subscribers and started getting views in the hundreds. I had 2 videos that went over 500 videos. Now one of those has gone over 800 views. This is astonishing for my channel. Those of you that do bother paying attention to the video uploads and watching them will see that sometimes they don't actually get many views at all. I've got a few that got like 30 or 40 views on my channel, and not very many at all that get over 200, although there are a few getting there. But 2 videos that I uploaded the week prior got some serious viewage from my channel, not viral or millions of views, but certainly figures from my channel that is very impressive, along with 20 subscribers. Now, at midnight last night, lo and behold, I kind of discovered, hey, my band's over. I was expecting to sort of upload some stuff this morning for you to watch, so I put some stuff on last night. Because I did take a little bit of time and effort. You know what, I can't make videos, I can't go live, what am I going to do with myself? We've got no work. I put myself into a few little projects. I downloaded a video editor, tried to make my videos a little bit better, or maybe presentable. I'm not going to say professional, but I taught myself very crudely, and put together a few sort of videos that I thought might be a little bit more enjoyable, as well as putting quite a few days effort into putting the Soylent Green video up, which is extremely, oh my god, that turned into be a little bit of a, I can't even describe it, but when you kind of sort of start something and then it just becomes more trouble than it seems to worth, and it still says still is giving me headaches. But never mind. Sorry, let me get some of your comments here, because it's a little bit orientating for me at the moment, because I've got your comments coming up on the screen now, because as I said, I'm using the Streamlabs. So I don't know if this is any better or not for you. What cream can you make? I'm not sure. What was the woe for? Sings a lot. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any feedback on anything. Yeah, I'm still in the basement freezing, but getting a bunch of work done. How about you? Still in the basement, and it's sort of been up and down. The weather as well is kind of, this time of year, I'm like, fuck off cold weather. I just want some warmth. And we've had a sort of day that it got half warm, and you kind of, yay, if I kind of bear it, it is warm enough not to have a jacket, but wasn't really warm enough to be comfortable. And we had cold and rain stuff like that. It kind of, the just dull grey miserable days doesn't make you feel very good at all. What video editor is it? I can't, it's called Video Maker for YouTube, Smitty. I even had a couple of bucks on an old credit card that I used on eBay that it's 12 here. It's 12. Actually it's 48 in your time. Actually no, it's 9 now. It's 9 degrees, 9. So yeah, not very nice at all. And even the pan bangers are getting a little bit less enthusiastic and fewer in their number over the last week. The only good little bit of consolation was that the leaves did start to sprout, and that is also a good sign. But I've had enough of cold weather. I've had enough of shivering. And as I said, I've had a little bit of too much of YouTube and their shadow banning and their passive censorship. And as I said, back to last night, midnight, found out, hey, my community strike is finally over. I thought it was going to be over yesterday because it was a week, but it turns out to be 8 days in a YouTube week. So I did have a couple of videos prepared. I put them up, put the Soylent Green video up. That got taken off for community strike, breaching community, not community strikes, copyright strikes. My apologies. As I said, I'm really not in a mood today to be interacting. Hey Maiden, fashionably late as usual. Finally we get to 10 people, and as I said, guys, it's been a little bit of a trial and error and ordeal with love, really, trying to get my Soylent Green video up. So once it got copy striked, I spent a lot of time yesterday re-editing it because I had a few issues. Thought I'd finished it, thought I got it done, thought I finished my little project, and almost felt a little bit proud of myself until it got uploaded and removed. But prior to that, I uploaded a couple of videos last night: the Sushi Tokyo candy unboxing and Rat Fucked Ration review. Smitty, you might like that one. But anyway, as I mentioned a little bit before, I got 20 subscribers last week when I didn't put a video up, when I didn't upload, when I didn't go live. People subscribed to my channel. So the first video I put up last night, which was the candy boxing one, and that was the kind of first video I possibly that I actually edited and messed around with and tried to make it look nice and that, and even tried to make it kind of quiet and sort of relaxing, like the ASMR effect. But none of that as really kind of gone down well, I don't think. But anyway, guys, as I said, I'm really not in a good frame of mind right now. But I put that video up, uploaded it, and while it was uploading, going through the processing, which it does once you put it on the YouTube, I tend to then go over to the Studio app, and on the Studio app, that's when I kind of do put some tags in, put the thumbnail on, description, all that kind of shit, the copper requirements. And I did that, and by the time I kind of finished that, I come out and look that the video had been uploaded, but I'd lost a subscriber immediately. And I kind of think, do these people that subscribe to my channel because they like my videos unsubscribe because I upload a video? This just doesn't make sense. And lo and behold, I uploaded the second one shortly afterwards. Same thing. Before I even got out of the Studio app to you know, once I finished doing the info, you know, the description, all that kind of stuff, come out, another subscriber lost. And today, since I've uploaded videos, I've lost 5 subscribers. So tell me, people, is that not some kind of fucked up, weird bullshit algorithm, YouTube censorship, or is it just my videos are that shit people have to unsubscribe? And, you know, as I said, guys, we haven't been on air for a week, we haven't put anything up for a week, and only 10 people can be bothered, 9 now, to show up to these live feeds. So as I said, towards it was getting a little bit sparse for viewers as we were getting towards that community strike, and having a week away is possibly a little bit of a blessing in disguise. And I thought I'd put that week to good efforts, only now to kind of find out it really kind of wasn't good effort and almost wasted time, because I can't get my video up. It keeps getting copyrighted. I went back this morning and re-edited, tried to cover over any music and stuff that may have been in there that copyrighted it, uploaded it again on one of the backup channels, got struck, taken down right away. And as I said, guys, I put a lot of sort of effort, more effort into that video than I probably put into 100 videos that I've put up previously on my channel. And not only that, the sort of message of the video seems to have been completely lost. I don't know. As I said, guys, I'm feeling a bit down in the dumps. Maybe I'm getting a bit sick of being in isolation. Maybe I'm getting fed up of feeling imprisoned. And one thing for certain, I'm just fucking sick of anything that comes out of the mainstream. So I did notice, thank you, Sings a lot. I did notice you said that you do appreciate, and you know, guys, I do appreciate you. I'm not being bitter or twisted, but I'm just kind of trying to put it and be honest and as real as I can be here, you know, and sort of all my efforts and tribulations to try and maybe make slight improvements have all amounted for little more than a handful of emojis and copyright strikes. So anyway, guys, tell me about what's going on for you and how it is. It could be, I don't know, Chris, it's just very, 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 very not disturbing, but it's disheartening. That's the word I'm looking for, that you kind of look, my God, people subscribe to me when I don't make videos. When I do, they unsubscribe. And I'm pretty sure, and I know it's the AI, it's the algorithm. I picked this up like fucking a year ago, that there was something weird with the manipulation, and there was some kind of, you know, like when you go and buy a rental car and it won't let you go over 65 miles an hour or something stupid like that. Like YouTube has a thing, it's blocking me. It didn't want me to get over 1,000 subscribers, and if any of you can remember, do you remember the lead up? We were going to do some big 1 year anniversary celebrations for the channel, and we were 3 subscribers away from 2,000. That's been a little bit of a kind of milestone for me that's been around, you know, for longer than a year, that I'd like to see if I could possibly get over 2k. So close, no cigar kind of thing, is sort of within sight, but still very much out of reach. But we were very close. 3 subscribers, we got up to 1997, and we even made a big deal about it in a live feed, in a live show. Guys, I'm nearly there. Maybe we finally will get the 3 subscribers and get over 2k. The next day I lost 8 subscribers. It's the isolation. I feel the same. Yeah, it is. And as I said, it's getting to the fact that I'm kind of feeling a little bit kind of imprisoned. Even though I'm not, you know, we don't have that kind of rules here. We can still go out and stuff. People do go and walk around, or out on their bikes and stuff, walking dogs. Sorry, what did Maiden do that was none of it? It's got to see our oldest daughter this season, first time. It was good. This isolation crap stinks. Yeah, it is. Hey, teams workaholics, glad to see you here. And, you know, I guess that's it. You know, I do miss a little bit of the interactions with the girls at work, and the other, you know, some of the customers and the other people that I work with. It's a little bit of social interaction, and sometimes, you know, you don't get to choose your cellmate always. So yeah, it is a little bit of a drain and a toll, and I can imagine, you know, I'm not the only one. Millions must be feeling like this. What is it, fucking 7-8 weeks? It's been 8 weeks since I've had a last paycheck. You know, as well as I've done up to now, it's sort of getting to that point where I'm like, holy shit, you know, I've got to start fucking figuring something out. And again, I'm not alone in that, and this is a little bit, you know, when I started this channel, however many months ago, I can't do the math right now, my brain is hurting, but when I started this channel, it was with the intent to provide a little bit of information that maybe you don't get anywhere else on other prepping channels, kind of to try and present prepping as a realistic and achievable thing for people that may not have the means or resources to go out and get generators, to go out and stockpile a basement full of MREs in sacks of rice stacked in mylar sacks, then stored in plastic containers. You know, people haven't always got that ability to do that, and sometimes you watch prepping channels and you look at these prepping channels and you're like, oh my god, I need to be prepared, but there's no way in the world I can do that. But what I noticed in a lot of these channels was the full sense of security some of them were selling, and the fact that more and more of them become kind of like infomercials. You know, we mentioned one channel earlier, some of you guys in the chat out there, that, you know what I'm talking about, EMP shields, grounding devices. You know, preppers don't need these. Why do you need to save your electronics in the event of an EMP shield when there's not going to be the power afterwards to power them up anyway? What's the point? It's a fucking chocolate teapot. But what their episodes and what their channels kind of do is bring you some fear, and they make you scared, and then they pimp their product that you can't be without. You know, guys, it's scary times, but you really should have an EMP shield. You really do need this type of thing. You know, you can't be that prepared. And they were selling false hope. And I broke it down and looked at it. How am I going to prep for myself? And there are other people's out there that can maybe benefit, possibly even learn from how I prep for myself. And I tried to give an honest and real reflection of how I prep. I'm an everyday guy. I'm nobody special. I don't have insider knowledge. I don't have CIA connections. Nothing like this, right? I'm just bringing you opinions and hints and tips. You could sell bags of all-in-one seal. Well, again, you know, I tried to find ways that I could fund this channel. I tried making nut sacks, that kind of, they ended up being giveaways as prizes. You know, swings and roundabouts. It goes round, it comes round. I thought about merchandise, and as I said, I didn't really take this channel that seriously. It was a little bit of a hobby, it's a little bit of fun, you know, we kind of joke and laugh around, and maybe that is a, you know, I don't know. As I said, guys, I'm really not in a very, very good mood at all right now. And we'll probably be keeping this one very, very short and sweet tonight, actually. Possibly I'm going to get myself into a little bit of my projects that I've got lined up. But what I've kind of also been looking at over these years, you know, as well as bringing these little bits of prepping advice, that the truth stuff come out. And it was the truth stuff that I spoke about on Marfugel's call-in that drew the subscribers here. And that is why I incorporated that into my channel. Now, there's not many channels that bring the variety of information or content I do, whether or not you like that content, whether you watch all of it, whether you just like the way I sound, and I do suspect that is the attraction here, the way I sound more than the information and things that I do try to put out there. And as I said, I'm not telling you this is the right way and every way is wrong. I'm just saying these are tips, these are opinions, let's share them. But there's some strange and weird shit going on in the world right now. We're being lied to, we're being manipulated to. I don't like being lied to, I don't like being manipulated to, and I don't like being imprisoned. It's getting to me. But part and parcel of why I do bring a variety of channels is because it doesn't stereotype my channel. I've always joked in the past, it was like a Swiss Army knife of channels. You get a little bit of everything. You can choose what you watch. You can, you know, cherry pick your favorites if you want. It's okay. But part of that was a little bit to kind of keep the algorithm on its toes, because if you stereotype yourself, then it's very easy to what's the word I'm looking for? If you're surveying someone or you're keeping maintenance on somebody, then if they do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, it's very, very easy to keep track of that. If you're here, there, everywhere, then you're hard to track. And I get it. Some people do email me. It's kind of, to be honest, sometimes a lot of the silent viewers that do email me privately, I kind of take their sort of mails a little bit more to heart, because I'm not saying I don't take your guys to heart. You guys are here every week. We're kind of like, you know, we're a gang, we're a bunch, we hang out, we're in this together sort of thing. But the kind of silent viewers that reach out, you know, they're quiet, they maybe watch from the sidelines, they take stuff on, but when they kind of do reach out, they kind of mean home. And sometimes it's and I got one today actually, not from a silent viewer, but it was actually from Hoopdies. That kind of pointed out that, you know, you don't realize that people are important, and maybe I don't, and sometimes that's why it's hard. And this is nothing, you know, I'm not angry with anybody that happens to be, I'm just angry in general. And you probably don't often get to see me like this, if at all. So Judy, you asked for the tip jar, I think, didn't you? Yes, you did. There it is. And as I said, you know, this, we try to make it fun, we try to make it lighthearted. I try to do the opposite of a lot of truth channels or prepping channels, and try not to, you know, no one else is bringing you meat sticks and nut snacks, and try and keep it honest and as real as I possibly can. You know, I've got no agenda, I've got nobody pulling my strings or giving me scripts who I have to please. I do this out of, I don't know what I do it for, but you know, we've gained, there's a few of us that have kind of bonded and gained and formed something here, but outside of this, you know, it just, the algorithm, the censorship, all of this, it kind of makes it harder than it should be, is where I'm probably trying to go with this. And sometimes this is true, there is only one of me. So, you know, I do appreciate you guys, and as I said, please do not think I'm directing any of this anger at anyone in particular. It's just anger that is, as I said, sometimes you've got to vent. But these frustrations, and as I said, after spending a week, okay, what can I do? Make the best of this. let's take the time to maybe come back a little bit better. Let's improve it a little bit more. Let's actually take some time and effort to do this. And that's what we've kind of gone out to this, rather than, hey, your video actually had some very, very good points. I got a comment about, what setting do you use on your mic? I don't give a fuck what setting I use on my mic. Listen to the message. Sometimes, and this is kind of where I was trying to get to, that when I started out, it was no frills, it was about the message that I was trying to send, and that's what Shit Video Productions was all about. But at the same time, there's a lot more in Shit Video Productions than you probably even realize or mean. My old man always told me you can't polish a turd, and this channel is a turd of a channel compared to some of the bigger shining all lights and whistles out there. And as I said, Shit Video Productions means a lot more than you probably realize. It's not just a funny little quirk. There's a lot in it, and a few people do get this. But I don't know, I've lost myself again. As I said, that's why we're probably going to keep this short, guys, as I'm not in the mood at all. But I thought maybe you might have missed me, but only 8 of you did. And you kind of look at that again, out of what, fucking 1900 subscribers, only 8 people saw the notification, saw the video on the news feed, or either they didn't. There's a good chance they didn't, and didn't even know that it's there, but just sort of thinks, why am I doing this? And I think that's just because the weight of the situation that is on everybody's shoulders. You know, this fucking pandemic bullshit is getting ridiculous now, and I think even the people that kind of weren't skeptical to start becoming skeptics, they're sort of seeing through the cracks in all this shit. Yeah, no, it's kind of, you know, I talk about my days as a football hooligan, and it's when we hurt the most, when we sing the loudest, you know. Sorry, let's get some comments there. But yeah, you know, when the going gets tough, you get tougher. But sooner or later, there's only so many rounds you can kind of take on the ropes. And, you know, for pretty much a year, I can even show you. Let's get it up. Oh my goodness, we gained a subscriber. Well, that's a first. We've gained a subscriber through the live feed. But what I was going to show you through the year, if I can get 365 days up. You can't really see it, it's too small. It doesn't let you get it bigger, but for nearly a year, all I've seen is that. And wrong one. And this is what I'm talking about. Look, last week, that was my the week before, when I was uploading. Look, we did a live feed on Monday. We lost 6 subscribers. We lost 7 subscribers during a live feed on Wednesday. Then Monday, when my community strike started, nothing but subs. There was only one day that I didn't get a subscriber. But today already we're on -1. Even though there was 5, that was 1975 subscribers yesterday. So what I'm trying to get at, guys, is when it's from my side and I come on every day and I make a video and I upload and I put an upload up and I see a subscriber disappear, and I know it's the algorithm, and I try to upload a video that gets blocked. It's like it brings you down. And when you're already feeling down, it's like the one good thing that you were trying to do to stop you from feeling down brings you down. It's just a kick in the bollocks, and then a kick in the asshole, and a punch in the throat, and a kick in the bollocks. It is crazy, right? That's not normal, Heidi. I don't think there's other channels that get this type of shit. And, you know, I even kind of was fighting with the decision, what if I monetized? Would it make a difference? Because I seen a couple of the guys that come out of that kind of Marfugal pool with me, Bubba and a couple of others, you know, their channels have gone on to get over 3,000 something subscribers, and you get kind of decent views because they monetized. But well, I mean, that is arguable. I mean, I'm still in a part of the world, Maiden, where there isn't white weather here. Yeah, I've got weed. I've still got weed. I'm actually down to my last pack of smokes, my last $20 right now. So once that $20 goes, who knows where the next buck's coming from. But I've still got stuff. But as I said, it is getting to that point where, you know, in a couple of weeks' time, or maybe in a week's time, things like money and cigarettes will run out, and marijuana might not be around for as long as I would like if things don't get better. As I said, there was a chance and a possibility, I don't think I did say actually, that we might be reopening our place of work shortly for curbside pickups and takeout stuff, so there might be some hours available, but certainly not the hours I was getting before. But there was a good little bit of hope last night. My boss did actually give me a little text, asked me how I was doing. I was chatting to him, and we got to talking about the videos, my YouTube thing, and where we're going with the renovations and stuff. Proposed plans for the restaurant when we do reopen, and he's getting a big social media guy come in, or a Google rep type deal guy to come in and kind of help him get internet traction, direct people to the website and such forth. But he's going to get me, he knows I'm a YouTuber, and he wants me to make videos for the restaurant, and he said he would be willing to reimburse me. Judy Bell, you're an angel. Please don't think that was me kind of, hey guys, please tip. It was just, as I said, I'm being honest and real. This is a situation I am. My situation is I'm not documented. I'm not entitled to any handouts for anybody. And that is the risk you run when you do go off the grid and under the table. But fortunately, as I said, I did start a channel. I did build a pantry. I've been living off of my pantry, although I've kind of not eaten for a few days until just before this live show. I know you are. This is what I'm saying. We're all in the same boat, Heidi, and you know that is why I started this channel. This is why it's the Thrift Store Prepper, because we're on thrift store budgets. We can't afford generators. We can't afford big, you know, basements and stuff like this. We use plastic containers, and we go to the dollar store and buy cans and ramen noodles for our preps. But these preps will feed you just as well as anything else, and you know, food base. It doesn't matter what food it is, as long as you've got some food to eat when you're hungry, it's all valuable. Well, you are, as I said, an angel, and you've been one of the very few. In fact, Judy Bell, guys, if you don't know, she was here when I had 6 subscribers, which is quite phenomenal, really. And you know, for 6 months before I even had the subscriber count that I had now, I used to make videos that only 8 people watch. So, you know, I shouldn't be upset when a video only gets 45 views. But at the same time, you kind of think, what's going on? Why should I bother? So maybe less is more is where I'm kind of going to. So maybe I'm going to spend a little bit more time trying to make sort of nicer videos that are a little bit more than videos about nothing. We're still, you know, God knows when I'll be able to get some preps to top up the pantry again anytime soon. As I said, I'm not sure if or when I will be going back to work. But there is a glimmer of hope and a pipeline there. Yeah, no, it hit me a couple of days ago. And another thing that was becoming a little bit concern for me was I found a lump. That's not something you ever want to find. But I did find a lump, and actually thought it was a hernia, but it turns out I think it was just a very, very it was an ingrown hair that had got large in this, what do they call them, a cyst or an abscess, something like that. I don't really know things a lot, to be honest. As I said, I don't want for food, you know, and this is it. I'm a real prepper. There's one little heater. That's how cold it is still. There it is. You know, it's nearly the end of May, and I've still got to have a space heater rather than a fan to keep me warm. But that's it. That's my pantry, guys. That's what it looks like. It's not very tidy at the minute. It is a living pantry, and this is my living conditions. And you know, when you live in something that's this big, where'd you put your fucking generator? Where'd you put you know, stacks and stacks of plastic containers with with rice in it. But as I said, I tried, that was my efforts kind of last week to, let's not look at this community strike as a bad thing. Let's look at it as a little break from one another. Sometimes it doesn't matter how much you love somebody, and you kind of need to be away from them, and let's use it for a little bit of improvement. So, and that's, I do like to try, as much as we do, the live feeds are more about friendship, I guess, and hanging out than bringing any information. And I kind of give up on that a long time ago. Sometimes I did used to try and make an effort to do a presentation, some show and tell stuff in the live feed, but nowadays I just kind of press play, and what you get is what you get. Well, I've had lots of strikes, and that's kind of what I was doing, Christopher. So, sorry, welcome. I thought for a minute I thought you were the other Chris, out of the corner of my. And I still, even though I've got the comments on my phone in front of me, I'm still reading them off the phone. Habits, right? Muscle memory, stuff like that. And as I said, I've had a string of strikes in a row last year, one after another, all 13. No, they were all a month apart, and they all had a factor of 13 in them, each and every one. So it isn't my first rodeo in terms of community strikes, and it was possibly a little bit of an error that I should have possibly put the video up on one of my backup channels, but I kind of did do that. I thought, let's take a step back. Sometimes the forest for the trees. Where are we going to go forward? These guys are going to be in without me for a week. Maybe I'll try and, as I said, take that time to learn a few sort of skills in editing that might make these videos a little bit more presentable. So I knew you would be glad I'm back, Nancy. If anyone would be, it should be you. But yeah, I mean, you try them. They say if life gives you lemonade, make lemons. No, if they give you lemons, make lemonade. But no, it actually started with Greta Thunberg, Judy Bell. I pointed out that the climate cult were a tool of propaganda that was very similar to the one of the National Socialist Party in 1930s Germany, where they used children as a tool of propaganda while also brainwashing the children into their ideology, as a spread of that propaganda, and it introduced that propaganda into the household. And that's exactly what they're doing with the climate cult. They're brainwashing these kids with the Greta Thunberg, how dare you, and all the memes and things, making her a saint. But that was the first thing that got me as hate speech strike. Then the second one, it was my next 9/11, and that was again a series of videos I put actually more time and effort into them. And that was a little bit of a labour of love, because 9/11, like many truthers, is kind of their Moby Dick. They want to unravel the mystery and solve the crime. And I spent, before I was a YouTuber, years and hours looking and researching this shit. So I put a lot of that research and knowledge from the past into that videos, and put 20 hours of footage out for you on 9/11. And one after another, they started getting targeted in hate speech, community strikes. And then the third one before Christmas was the shooting in Jersey. It is Chris from the other side. Okay, it's the same person. I was wondering, two Christophers. What are the odds? We've got 12 people here now. Who else has just rolled up? Yeah, and I've deleted all of that, Judy, and it was kind of a little bit hard to pick myself up after that. And when I got that third community strike, that was when I culled my videos and took anything off that could be remotely close to getting that third and final community strike that would have terminated the channel. When we kind of made it through that, and all of a sudden now I'm like, fuck, is this the start of it all again now? And we're going to start getting community strikes and shadow banning, and the minute I upload a video, people, the subscriber count goes down. It is, but after that, taking over, this channel didn't feel like my channel anymore. It kind of felt like a very, I don't know, if you kind of have a vase that falls on the floor so many times and you've stuck it back together, that it's not really the vase that you once had. It's more tape and glue. It kind of felt a little bit like that, and there was something missing. It was almost empty. And I kind of made a decision maybe to stay away from that stuff. It's certainly until the community strikes were over. But at the moment, YouTube do seem to be clamping down an awful lot more on the censorship during this pandemic, and it's getting a little bit nonsensical, which is another reason, like, the less you kind of put out, then the fewer targets there are to be struck down with community strikes. So oh, thank you, Chris. The bromance is strong. So we did have 14 people for a second, but already, maybe those 3 that popped in have already gone to unsubscribe. Raise awareness. Well, hello, Ray. You're a newbie to the proceedings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So is this Streamlabs? Does it make a difference for you guys or not? Can you see any? No, you don't get to see the comments on the screen. I know that already. That was what I was hoping, that you might be able to. Even this, getting the Streamlabs app is something I stayed away from for many months. For the live shows, and I thought maybe that might make a little bit of a difference, and I was kind of hoping you could see the comments on the screen, as make it more interesting than just the hands. So where are we at? 46 minutes, guys. If it's cool with you, we're wrapping this up at the hour mark. As I said, it's been a little bit of an effort and not very fun for me, but at the same time, thank you for listening and letting me kind of vent a little bit. The bad weed lady. Who's a bad weed lady? So should we try and have some fun? I don't know. It's hard to feel like laughing or fun. I almost feel like crying a little bit. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I'm not going to do it on camera though. But I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with this Streamlabs app or not. I thought let's try it for a dummy run and see if it was any good. Never made it to a live, but been following for years. Well, I'm glad you've made it, Ray. Although it hasn't been years, although nearly 2 years, I guess. So yeah, no, we'll let you. So thanks, glad that you finally did make a live show. So anyway, give me some feedback. What does this? Should we bother with Streamlabs, or did it make a blind bit of difference for you guys at all? I'm still looking on the phone, even though the comments are in front of me. And I think, like, maybe I have to learn. I mean, I only downloaded this like fucking 10 minutes before we went live. So this is probably be something that I'll do. Yeah, no, it is. Kali Ninja, we all do. Oh no, that was the editor app that I used on the candy box and the rat fucked ration and the it's almost, no, it's not your fault. I don't know why you would think that sings a lot. But yeah, I mean, I actually found it a little bit enjoyable until possibly my Soylent Green project was a project too big for such inexperienced knowledge with editing. But try as you might, sometimes if you dive in the deep end, you sink or you swim. So I am going to kind of get a little bit better with that as time goes on. I think I am getting, a little bit more savvy with how it works. I did I enjoyed making my little intros, but I think the Soylent Green one was just a project that probably was a little bit too big. When I only had a limited amount of knowledge with what I was doing, a little bit like this app. So I might look into this a little bit more, because I think you can like put things in the screen, or maybe, if I got a little article or something I wanted to put in for you to read during the live feed. What was Sings a lot? What was your fault, Sings? What do you think's your fault? Hey, Sil, see, always the same. Look at that. The rumor got out. Hey, guys, he just said he's going to be wrapping this up. Always happens. No one ever gets here at the start, even though you put notifications, but bet your bottom dollar when you're about to... What if you had covert double speak? Well, when you upload the video, Chris, it goes through it uploads, but then it processes, right? So once they've got the video, then YouTube processes it, and that's where the algorithm has its fun and games and decides what it considers as hate speech or copyright infringements or such forth. Welcome, Trip. Been a while since we've seen you. Raise awareness. That is a good... I just realised what it was. Raise awareness. I thought maybe like you had an awareness store. But raise as in raise. Good play on words. So it's not necessarily the titles that are an issue, Chris. It's usually they hear what you say in the video. And that was what my issue was with the Soylent Green. I guess I used some clips and stuff, some trailers to try and like point out references from the movie that are getting very similar to today, and left the original soundtrack in, but that got flagged for sound copyright strike. So I re-edited it and put domain free music over, and it's still got copyright strikes. So it doesn't seem to be doing much other than streaming and giving me comments on the screen. But I think you can sort of put stuff, like it can make the live vision for the viewer a little bit more interactive. I can put things on there. I don't know exactly. As I said, I'm going to have a little look around and try and figure it out. So that was it. So guys, we probably... Oh my God, I saw the... not the Skynet's been aware for a long time, Trip. But last Sunday as well, during the shooting, there's also some crazy shit going in Ottawa last Sunday as well. There's a whole bunch of like black helicopters that had been flying up and down over the city, and they have like a sort of secret military airbase there that these helicopters were going in and out of. But I went outside in the evening about 10:30, and I saw the what is it, that fucking Elon Musk clowns thing. What's it called? The Sky... Not... Is it Skynet or the Sky Train? Whatever it is. Hey, crying hippie. Yeah, Adika. I get it, Chris. That was a dog day afternoon. It's been a little bit of a dog day afternoon for me. That's a great fucking movie. My favourite Al Pacino movie of all time, I think, is possibly Dog Day Afternoon. From what I can gather, they looked like they were black. 3 of them had lights on. One of them didn't have lights on, but they didn't have any kind of decals or identification on them. So that was that. But the what is it called? Sings, you saw it as well. I saw you put a picture on your Facebook profile the other day. But yeah, I saw it over Toronto last week, and again, this is kind of getting me back to my next video. I'm going to do a follow up to the Project Bluebeam, because there's been a lot of activity in the skies in the last few weeks, and the fucking Pentagon have just gone and released actual UFO footage. I've been telling you since day one on this, guys, that this could well be a cover up so they can get ready and prepare for their fake staged alien attack. The Skylink. It is the Skylink. I saw it going overhead all on the same day. We had a fucking crazy shooting out in Nova Scotia. Like, not even going to talk about it, even though I want to. But I did get a little bit, the sort of positive that I kind of found. What was I trying to do? I've lost my voice. I got a little bit into the, like, putting together a little bit of the Project Bluebeam video, and even doing a little bit of the research for the Soylent Green video that just will not upload. I did censor it to get a version and part of it up so it wasn't completely wasted. But it's a little bit like, you know, when I deleted all of my videos on my channel, it just kind of doesn't feel like my video anymore. But I did get a little bit of interest. I actually did start kind of enjoying the editing, and actually found it kept me quiet for hours, and wasn't smoking as much for a few days that I was doing the sort of learning the intros. And then once I got the intros down, then I stepped up to the candy unboxing video, and I thought, you know, that's kind of just a fun little quirky thing to piss around with. Then I had to eat, so I did a rat fuck ration video to play around with. I feel creepy about the Skylink's. It's either up there to be part of the projection system for the fucking blue beam. The 5G is going to be used either to power it or transmit frequencies into our brains that are going to help us buy into this fucking false flag event. But that's what I believe, that they're putting all these things up into the sky. Is this COVID thing is a big smokescreen. There's no pandemic, there's no fucking curve. There may be a fucking coronavirus C19, but it's not as deadly, as critical as they've made us believe. And all of this is a big fucking cloud and shroud to hide us in the dark while they're fucking getting ready for their false flag staged alien stroke meteor event. There's a meteor supposed to be going over Earth tomorrow night. This looks conveniently, it looks like a face mask, an N95. You can't write this shit, but yeah, there's a fucking comment. I've got this in ready to go into the follow-up to the blue beam video. And I do also have the Watchmen and the Logan's Run, although probably not Logan, or I'll figure it out without using copyrighted material somehow one way, because for me, Soylent Green, Logan's Run, that's where we're heading. In Logan's Run, they live under the dome because of the pollution and the pandemics and the viruses outside. Stay in the dome, don't leave. Don't live over 30. All about depopulation and population control. And this is where I believe we're heading now, guys. This is the start of the slide into it. But the Skylink isn't up there, and they're saying, oh, it's only up there to help us get 5G, high-speed internet access. So we have to put fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of satellites into space so we can get faster internet. Does that sound like just overkill or nonsensical? Like, why can't we just, we've been doing all right. We've got pretty LTE, 4G and all that kind of stuff. None of that was in space. How is 5G going to be that so much better by putting it into space? It's not. It's there to fucking project over, and that's why they're going to build a constellation. That's why it's going to cover the Earth, because they are gonna continue to give these projections. And one of the articles I did read about the thing that he's like, oh, we're gonna make them invisible because people are seeing them in the sun reflection. What they're doing is they're getting used to us seeing shit in the sky. This is why the Pentagon is releasing shit about UFOs right now. They're getting ready, guys. They're getting ready for this. I can't say for fucking sure, but putting the pieces together, the COVID shit makes no fucking sense, but keeping everyone in the dark and distracted and worried about a curve that isn't there would stop people concerned about the amount of activities that are going on in the sky. April the 22nd last week is being called UFO Day because there were more UFO sightings recorded on April the 22nd than any day in history, and that is all around the world. Is this a coincidence that all of a sudden we've got fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fucking satellites floating around in orbit outside of that are here to just provide us with faster internet access? And all of a sudden there are more and more UFO sightings than there ever have been before. It's got over 800, Chris. That video's going a little bit viral for my standards. Some of them they're not going to be taken out because of the meteor showers trip. They're going to be projecting the meteor showers, and maybe they're going to be dropping things while they're projecting it to make it look even more real. The intros are fun. I'm glad you like that. Good for them to admit about UFOs. Well, it isn't. I mean, I do have suspicions that they're Ribbit, how are you doing? This is what I'm saying. Doesn't that seem an awful lot for fast internet? Satellites in space that are going to form a constellation and a complete net over the globe. Total total connectivity. It's not for connectivity. It's not for the internet. I really do think they are going to get interest in, raise awareness. And as I told you guys, with The Watchmen, read The Watchmen. I've put the video, you can watch the video comic, read it, watch it. The conspiracy, the planned staged alien event that brought world peace and disarmament. Cops in the realms of The Watchmen, they don't carry guns after the fact of the staged alien event. Everybody kind of lives in a little bit of kind of, not necessarily love and harmony, not necessarily the Logan's Run hedonistic dystopia. But there is definitely some shit going on in the sky. They're getting us used to looking at things in the sky. That's why they are making these satellites visible. But there's too much going on up above for it to be of convenience. Space Force people. Why did they introduce Space Force? Ronald Reagan in the 80s. And as I said, I do got some stuff lined up to put into that Project Bluebeam video, which is kind of a little bit, I kind of wanted to do that more than go live tonight, to be honest with you guys. And that's why I kind of did find a little bit of an interest in making my videos. But I got some good information to put in that. Hopefully that can't be struck for hate speech or community copyright strikers. If you've got a link, Crying Hippie, shoot me it. Logan's Run life day is total COVID style. Yeah, they all live in isolation in the dome, right? They're not allowed outside of the dome because it's dangerous. And no one's actually born naturally. Everybody is born in a test tube. They chemically produce the humans that live within the domes in Soylent Green. They get implanted with a chip in their hand, and they're only allowed to live to 30. So that's some stuff I'm trying to tease you with for future content. Whether or not that is of interest to you, who knows. Hello, and always at the end, people show up. Look at that, 16 people now. We only had 6 when we started the show. Try and get here on time, guys. Try and get here on time. That's why I scheduled them for you. Otherwise, I'll just go live randomly, and who shows up, shows up. You know, I do go out of my way to try and give you some notification that we will be going live, and I do know that people have busy lives and other things going on, maybe other YouTubers that they watch or obligations that's elsewhere. But, you know, guys, I do give you notice. I do let you know. You can turn up at the end of the show. Just try and turn up at the beginning of the show. Pretend the beginning of the show is the end of the show, if that helps. It's okay, sorry, end times. I'm not kind of moaning at you, but anybody who watches this channel, anyone who follows the live feeds, I start to 3 people sometimes, and then usually at the end, there's more people than you know what to do with. So we have gone over the hour a little bit now. Well, I have to go read the MUFON page. What's on the MUFON page? And what is MUFON? Am I missing something there? Sorry, I'm a turdy or tardy. Well, again, you know, imagine it was your sweet 16 and you invited everybody, and your mum said you can stay up to 10, you know, you can stay up to 10 o'clock tonight, and all your party guests turned up at 9:45, and you had 15 minutes of partying. But for the first sort of 3 hours of the party, it was just the awkward kid that your mum invited without your consent, that wears braces and has one of those harnesses to keep their head and neck aligned. I'm joking. I need to walk the dog. Yeah, we're glad to see you, Ray. Glad you checked in. I also need a fucking piss. You've been to that party, haven't you, Nancy? Yeah, we've all had that party when you sit there and you're all excited and then it just doesn't come to be. The Mutual UFO Network. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to get on that. And if you do find anything interesting, let me know, Maiden. So I'm starting to roll. I'm going to step out, gang. We've got to get some numbers here. I know, unbelievable. Always somehow at the end we find people. Maybe I might just start the live show like and just leave the phone in the drawer or something, and then pick it out 3 hours later, and there'll be 60 people watching. Maybe I should try that one day. Just do a live feed, and not actually speak, and see if anything happens. That'll be interesting. So this is it, guys. So you were a huge sacrifice day. But we won't be going live probably until next week or possibly the weekend. It doesn't depends on if you're nice to me or not, or if you can turn up on time. Oh my god, my husband walked in the front of the window. I'm standing in front of the curtain, slightly open. I see something outside. It's dark, mind you. I screamed. My word. Was he shadowed, Sings? Fuck, they stuck together wrong. Let me try and salvage them. So look, we got 3 people lost already. So anyway, guys, maybe the latecomers don't realise that I was in a bad mood and wasn't necessarily angry at anyone in particular, just angry in general. Glad you're not trigger happy, Sings. Yeah, that is good. So anyway, guys, maybe I'll figure out a little bit more on the Streamlabs for the next time, and we might do, I don't know, a Friday night or a Saturday night live. Yeah, no, I get it, Trip, and you know, I don't want to be a sort of whiner and a little bitch, but sometimes, you know, you kind of, when you're looking for maybe a lift, or you try to do something for the better, and it doesn't kind of turn out that way, it's, you know, maybe I'm more angry at myself for even bothering. And that's a little bit it, that, you know, when I was just making shit video productions and not really caring too much about the quality or that, it was more about the message. Oh, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm crossing my legs. I'm going to go and piss before I roll my spliff. Okie dokie, that's better. Yeah, angry football hooligans. That's why I used to love football, because when you got angry like this, you could go and kind of let that anger out in the streets surrounding the stadiums. So I'm going to pop the tip jar in one last time, just in case any latecomers want to chuck me a couple of bucks for my time. But as I said, guys, it was a little bit of an angry live show tonight. I didn't really want to go live, but I know that some of you, dear loyal regular live feed attendees, enjoy them. So that was a little bit of the reason for that. As I said, we might do a live show at the weekend, but other than that, we won't be going live every day like we were. As I say, it gets a little bit of an effort sometimes to keep finding something to talk about, and as I said, I don't really want you guys to get sick and tired of each other. Any words? I did speak to my boss last week. There's possibilities we are going to be opening up soon, but when exactly, I'm not sure. Oh, how I thought we were done. Yeah, we are wrapping up. We are. I just went to pee. I'm rolling my spliff, and then we're going to do the good nights for everyone. So it's good to see you all, guys, even if I don't sound at all happy or as humorous and uplifting as I normally am, but sometimes we can't always put on our game face. So as I said, I do appreciate you guys that do keep showing up and stuff. And the other reason why I kind of figure less is more is if I do get, you know, when I wasn't uploading anything, I gained subscribers. So maybe if I don't upload every day, then maybe I might get a few things. YouTube phoned you. Glynis made it. Unfortunately, Glynis, not in time. We're wrapping things up. No, I'm not out of weight. I've got everything I need, Trip. I've got weed at the minute. I've got cigarettes. I've got food. It's just the situation in as I said, sort of deja vu of going out of your endeavours to try and do something only for it not to be. Yeah, the gussets. So, sorry you're late, Glynis. And there's no parcel yet, unfortunately. I thought it might have been here by now, but no. It isn't. Maybe it will, but yeah, I've still got plenty. Look, I'll just show you. There's weed there. And more weed there. There's a bag of ratty ass shake for emergencies, and got weed there, and weed there, and a gold bag. A nice shiny gold. Actually, I've got 2 shiny gold bags. If only we had some nuts and candy, we could make trail mix in a nut sack. So yeah, I'm good for weed at the minute. Yeah, I've been through worse, Chris. Trust me. As I said, sometimes I get into a whiny old bear mood. I have no certs for cooking, crying hippie. I have no certification in anything. I'm self-taught in nearly all that I've achieved, which probably isn't much to brag about, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I taught myself to cook. What kinds of what? Weed? I've got some mango, some critical kush. That is like a grab bag. Every time I kind of get to the bottom dust in this, I toss it in one of these bags, and that becomes like a sort of trail mix shake blend of emergency weed when the going gets tough. But luckily I haven't had to delve into that yet. So as I said, I do got some of that. I got $20 in my wallet, and I do got a pack of smokes. So 20 bucks will probably buy smokes tomorrow. I found if you leave it in bags, it gets a mouldy spell. Well, so does vagina if you leave it in underwear all day, but we still eat that, crying hippie. It dries out too much if I leave them out of them, and I also smoke more than I should if I don't kind of portion it and regulate it. It gives me a good idea of what I got. Dude, that's a new country song. I can't even remember my lyrics. Nasty. I actually did a little while ago, CH, think about advertising as like a personal, like, hey, I'll come to your house and cook for your dinner party. But I don't think that'd go down very well, because people, what certifications do you have, and things like that, you know. So I did have that idea, and I even thought about maybe, well, when I was a little bit younger, that I could have possibly done it in just an apron, maybe underwear, but that might have got me a colour extra bucks. So anyway, what are we saying now? I don't even know, how long has this been going? Does anybody know? That's something it doesn't say on Streamlabs, how long this feed's been on for. I think it's 1 hour and 13 minutes, because we went on at 8 o'clock, right? No credit on the thrift phone. CH is dead and dusted. Well, it's not dead, I could top it up, but at the minute I'm kind of just requiring using my finances for accessories, and it was a backup second phone. that I only got for call-in shows that change this name to Barker. Do it for weed. They don't care. They always have the munches. I actually thought about that, maybe trying to like find a niche in a 420. Crying Hippies got it there. I don't know, guys, but who knows? Maybe criminal enterprise might be a better idea at the moment, due to the fact that there are so many places that are closed up, that jobs are going to be hard to find, especially if you're undesirable, should we say. But this is the kind of first time ever in I think any illness or virus or sickness in history that has been dealt with by making millions of people under, the best way to combat this is just make 1 million people unemployed. That help stop the virus. And no, I don't own a suit, and I would never put a suit on or do anything that would require me wearing a suit. I don't even want to be buried in a suit, even though I probably won't be buried in anywhere. They just burn me in one of those cheap cardboard boxes. The Munchies Master, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, we could possibly do that. Use like the Discord or Messenger. We have done that before. So I chatted to Annie in the past on Messenger, and I think I went on Zoom once with Shauna. But I think maybe like these are things that you might be able to do with Zoom Labs, like bring other people into the live thing. I'm getting free thank you meals from McDonald's. Well, that's good, Ribbit. I actually was craving McDonald's the other day, and I almost thought, should I go and spend my $20 on some McDonald's? But then I really, the 420 transport, that is a bit of a gimmick. Which one's the transporter? I can't think of that movie. I'm aware of it, but I can't picture it right now. But yeah, no, not wearing a suit. Even the thought of putting it on, like I'm not saying I would rather, but honestly, the thought of the prospect of having to wear a suit or banging a 6-inch nail through my testicles, I think the testicles would be like more preferable for me. Something about suits, I even fucking hate looking at men wearing suits. They're just ridiculous things. And ties, like they serve absolutely no fucking function whatsoever. No purpose to a tie. I mean, a jacket on a suit keeps you warm a little bit, I guess, keeps your shirt clean in the pants, but no, I got nothing. The elites wear fucking suits. I'm a sweatpant man. Like, for me, a suit, jeans is a tuxedo for me. Seriously. Puffering, and that's what I am going to be doing very, very shortly, going out and having some puffer of my marijuana, and then, I don't know, I might even, you best come on, Shah. I don't know what you mean by that, Nancy. Come on what, exactly? And what sort of cum are you talking about? I'm not going to ejaculate onto the Thrift Force studio if that's what you are making reference for. Unless you've got $500 in a private stream. So I am rolling my joint, guys. As I said, this has not been the best of live feeds, and I kind of had a little bit of excitement earlier for it, but after the 5th attempt of editing my Soylent Green video got rejected, I kind of just wanted to go back to bed, really. I'm puffing now. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing momentarily. So, guys, start saying your goodbyes. The T.420 chef, catering, over 20 years. Serve them the weed first before the meal. Make some raw pot and milk butter. Yeah, I've made butter in oil before. Hey, I didn't say you had to pay it, Ribbit. I just said that was the price. If you want to see that, that's how much it will cost you. You know, you can buy a Bentley or you can buy a Chevrolet. Yeah, give them the munches beforehand. Well, that's a kind of old Bangkok all-you-can-eat brothel, all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink whorehouse scam that they you go to these places and they let you in, and there's hundreds and hundreds of beautiful girls. Well, maybe not hundreds, but there's quite a lot of beautiful girls in there, and a bar. And the girls, like, you know, you kind of go in, you start drinking. The girls interact with you, and you can have as many girls as you like, and they fill you full of drink, and you drink and you drink and you drink. It's free drink, free girls. You can drink as much as you like, fuck as many girls as you want, and then the girl will take you in a room and you get to fuck her. And usually, you know, guys, after you finished, you kind of need to piss. But here's where they get you. If you have to leave the room, then your session is over. And they don't let you piss in a glass or anything. You know, they're the only hookers in the world that don't let you piss on them. But that's how they get you. They get you very, 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 very drunk, first of all. Keep drinking you, partying with scantily clad, pretty Thai girls. Then you get to go and have your wicked way with one, and you've already got the other sort of 3 or 4 that you're probably going to try and attempt to have a go on after this one. And then all of a sudden you find out, wait, what do you mean? If I go to the bathroom, then my set, I can't come back? No, this was in the 90s, crying hippie. Also good to chat here with Thrift Fan. Well, I'm glad you guys did enjoy it. And on that note, guys, if you said your goodbyes, we are going to be checking out. Oh my god, I don't even know how to fucking end this thing. How do I end Streamlabs? Anybody know? Oh, that button. Okay, I figured it out now. I figured it out. There's a button at the bottom that you press. What does that one do? Private server? No. Alright guys, so I'm not sure when we will see you again live. If not the weekend, it will be next Wednesday. So maybe that was another reason people kept turning on, like, hey, he just goes on live. What the fuck is Streamlabs? It's like a third-party app that I sort of downloaded that I was hoping would make I could put things in to make the live stream a little bit more interesting, but I didn't give myself enough time to figure it out before we went live, Glynis. So it kind of overlaps the YouTube live feed. Anyway, it's a shit video production, guys. This is TV TSP. I can't even speak. I don't even know what channel it is. Bottom left corner. So whether or not I stick with this Streamlab or not, I don't know. But as I said, guys, we will be seeing you next week again live. We're going to go back to our Tuesday night regular kind of slot rather than each and every day. And as I said, I think possibly that might entice more people to come to the shows. When there's one every single day, you can cherry pick. But if there's only one, you've got to attend or you're going to miss it. And maybe we might even start deleting them again. So you have to show up. You won't even get a chance to watch the reruns. Trying to sometimes it is difficult. As much as you try. So thank you, fam. You have been a wonderful company tonight. Thank you, and I appreciate you letting to me 5. You're on the West Coast, so that's 8 my time, Ribbit. So maybe we can go on back at 9 o'clock. I don't know. We were only going on earlier and every day because of the pandemic, and we were off work. But as I was noticing, the more content and more I go live and do stuff, the more subscribers I lose. So I'm probably gonna, as I say, do the weekly live show on a Tuesday, and then possibly make videos to upload on a Saturday. And as it seems that something about Saturdays, all the big YouTubers upload on a Saturday, and there's something about the algorithm, I think, that kind of uploads on Saturdays get more more views. Yeah, of course I am. I do all my unboxing videos, Glynis. As I said, I was kind of hoping it was going to be here tonight so we could have undone it. It would have given me something to maybe end on a high on this thing, but it doesn't. You know, I've had a bit of a downer tonight, so never mind, guys. I will do a video, or depending on when it comes. If it comes towards the end of the weekend, then I might wait till next Tuesday live feed. If or not, we do a live feed at the weekend. That is might be on the cards. You might do a Friday or Saturday night live show, but no more everyday live shows for from now on, guys. And as I said, I'm probably gonna just make a few videos over the week and upload them at the weekend. That's the way forward. I just want to try and yeah, I bet it'll be tomorrow, Glynis. That's always the way, and it's kind of the week. To be honest, I was kind of hoping that was kind of come today just to be the sort of lift. As I said, I kind of tried to make an effort last week to make the most of the community strike and put my heart and soul, not necessarily heart and soul, but put myself into a little bit of effort, you know, to improve things, and it all seems to have kind of been for nothing after all of that, and sort of makes me wonder why I bothered. But maybe did that bag of shake yeah, dude, this is actually fucking gold. This is the stuff that kind of I scrape off the side of it. Yeah, that is like almost concentrate. But I was kind of hoping that would arrive, because it would be, hey, I can do the show, we'll be happy. Like, I got something from Glynis, we do an unboxing, that's always fun. There. So anyway, guys, let's wrap this shit up, and we will see you again next week live. And thanks for joining me. Check out my videos, and we'll see how things work out over the week. Subscriber and shadow banning wave. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching this shit video production for TSP TV Live. Catch you in the next one. Till then, keep it thrifty.